Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Agus Maulana. My name 17.0.0130002.
Hello, I want to introduce myself. My name is Arvid Adamahesa. You can call me Arvid.
My name is Yuni Radikayanti. My name 17.01.013.027.
1.1 Background. Education is one of the most important aspects in life. There are several things that are supporting factors in education, are facilities and infrastructures. For example, such as blackboard, whiteboard, markers, and eraser boards, long rulers, and others. As we know, this because most of the educational modes in Indonesia, especially in Sumbawa, many still as conventional methods, mainly from teacher lecturer, non-profit delivering material to students. Students by writing on the board, presenting the blackboard is an activity that is less liked by students because when presenting it is not unknown that many workers stick to the hand that cause hand to become dry. So, student must train fear. 1.2 Problem formulation. 1. How to develop and blackboard answers so that hands are not dirty when used. 1.3 Purpose. 1. Make the development of an ergonomis whiteboard answer. 1.4 Benefits. Development is carried out so that hands are not dirty when presenting the blackboard. 2. Theoretical basis. 2.1 Products design. In activities related to engineering, the design and manufacture of product is a very big part of its role. Design activities big with human talks about existing needs, then by making internal conflicts from the rulers of these talks. Hence enter the design phase, the development stage and the product improvement stage. One refine, it will enter the manufacturing stage and end at the product distribution stage. Product can reach the customer through the design stage of reverse activity, the initial activity of the product manufacturing process in design. In this design phase, there are many decisions, the effect of the stage of the activity. Among many of these designs, three will be designs that bring influence in the domestic industry, whether or not they can participate in project development. This indicates that design experience is net. Mr. Rohimi. 2.2 Product. The product is a technical object was extends in the word is the rules of an engineer words, which start from the rules of the design, the manufacture and other related activities. Product known be found naturally. In this word, products are made so that they can carry out three functions, namely to assist and assist activities in human life. Nur Chamida Salik. 2.3 Product Development. Product development is a research of a product already exists to be further developed so that it has a high level of usefulness and is preferred by customers. This research can be in the form of field present consumer survey, and it can also be a laboratory research in a company laboratory, or both. In the field research, we will look for data about the product to be developed. Development here can include developing quality, usefulness, and so on according to consumer taste. While laboratory while laboratory research concern the application of the development of this product, especially of pharmaceutical product and so on. The extension of research and development of this product is expected that the company can always adjust to the products that consumers like and see solid. Development is an interdisciplinary activity that requires contribution from almost all functions in the company. But the three foundations that are always most important for product development project are: A. Marketing. The function of marketing is to bridge the interaction between the company and customer. Another role is to facilitate the process of identifying identifying product opportunities, defining market segment, and identifying consumer needs. The marketing department also specially design communication between companies and customers, set price targets, and design product launches and promotion. Manufacture. The manufacturing function is mainly responsible for design and operator the product system in the product production process. This production covers first installation and distribution.
Okay, 2.4 Population and samples. Population is generalization area in the form of a subject or object under study to study and draw constellation. Well, the sample is a portion of the population studied. In other words, the sample is partial or act as a representative of the population so that the research results obtained from the sample can be generalized to the population. Sampling is needed if the population takes is very large and research have a limitation to reach the entire population, so the research needs to define the target population and affordable population, then determine the number of samples and the sampling technique used. Okay, sample size. To determine the sample of the population, use calculation and reference tables developed by experts. In general, for correlation research, the minimum number of samples to obtain good results is 30, whereas in experimental research, the minimum number of samples is 15 from each group, and for survey research, the minimum sample number is 100. A sample size of more than 30 and less than 500 is appropriate for most studies. If the sample is broken down into sub-samples, male, female, junior, senior, age, a minimum sample size of 30 for each category is appropriate. In multivariate study, include multiple regression analysis, the sample size should be 10 times bigger than the number of variables in the study. For simple experimental studies with strict experimental control, successful research is possible with small sample size between 10 and 20. The size of this sample is very dependent on the amount of inquiry or error desired by the researchers. However, in terms of error rates in social studies, the maximum error rate is 5%, or 0.05. The greater the error rate, the smaller the number of samples. However, it is important to note the greater the number of samples or closer to the population, the smaller the change of generalization errors and vice versa. The smaller the number of samples away from the population, the greater the change of generalization error. Okay, next, sampling technique. Sampling technique is generally divided into two, namely probability sampling and non-probability sampling. In sampling, the probabilities of the probability or probability of a population element to be selected as a subject are known. Whereas in non-probability sampling, the magnitude of the change of an element to be determined as a sample is unknown. According to the design of sampling by means of probability, if sample representation is important in the context of broader generalization. If times or other factors and generalization issues are not needed, then the non-probability method is usually used. Okay, next, what needs to be considered in determining sample size? There are two things that are important in determining sample size. First is accuracy or precision, and second is confidence. Accuracy refers to how close the sample estimates are to the characteristic of the population. Confidence is a function of the range of variability in the sampling distribution of the sample means. The closer we want sample result that can represent the characteristic of the population, the higher the precision we need. The higher the accuracy, the greater the sample size needed, especially if the variability in the population is large. Will's belief shows how confident that our estimates actually apply to the population. Will's belief show how confident that our estimates actually apply to the population. The level of confidence can range from 0 to 100%. 95% confidence is the usual level used in social or business research. The meaning of the 95% confidence or alpha 0 point or 0.05 is there are at least 95 out of 100, the estimate sample will reflect the actual population. Okay, next, chapter 3, result and discussion. 3.1, overview of product development. As the picture we see above is certainly not ergonomic in terms of both the handle or the impact of the grip like that, which is certainly very easy to make to make the hand of people who use them become dirty when used, and we often feel it. So the first thing we developed is a handle which is like a brush or iron, and such that would be more efficient and would be suitable for all size for hands, so that it would be easier to use. Also, the most important would be to reduce the possibility of hands getting dirty after using them. The eraser handle is made of plastic and shaped like a cylinder, like the handles of the iron, the handle of a stone cup, brush, and that like. On the side of the addition of the handle, also in terms of the face of the eraser, so that it can be within it more, so that the eraser ridge will certainly be easing when removing, and shorten the time as well as thereby reducing the level of fatigue in people who use it. Okay, 3.2, SWOT analysis. One strength: there are no product like this, easy to use, and the material used is not a rare ingredient or easy to get. 2. Weaknesses: there is enough experience to make a product like this, so of course it will be less than perfect. And costs. 3. Opportunities: there are still many who use the whiteboard affordable prices. 4. Threats: the more advanced technology, of course, the future the use of whiteboard will be less, as well as starting from the many media such as teaching and learning using projector and others. Okay, next, 3.3, performance rating. 1. Product quality: strong, easy to use, and durable. 2. Product cost. Consumer material cost. 1 beam of wood, 20,000 rupiah. Flannel, half a meter, 6,000 rupiah. Wood glue 1 pieces, 15,000 rupiah. Nails 1 pieces, 5,000 rupiah. Wood paint or peelocks 1 pieces, 25,000 rupiah. And totals 71,000 rupiah. Next, direct labor cost. Direct labor cost 3 times 10,000 rupiah. Totals 30,000 rupiah. Miscellaneous expense, other 20,000 rupiah and totals 121,000 rupiah. 3. Development times 1 to 2 weeks, looking at the complexity of the work and the leisure time of our colleagues. 4. Development costs. Type of price development, design 100,000 rupiah, production 121,000 rupiah, marketing 50,000 rupiah, and totals 271,000 rupiah. Development capabilities not yet perfect because of lack of skills and the facilities we have.
Okay, now is 3.4. That is steps. Okay, that is step by step. You can look at me. Step 1. Provide tools and materials such as hammers, wood, flannel, glue, nails, edge. Step 2. Make an eraser body by measuring and cutting woods as needed. Step 3. Make handle by measuring and cutting wood as needed. Step 4. Cut the flannel cloth as needed. And then step 5. Pour wood that has been cut using sandpaper. And step 6. Bring the body and wooden handle together using nails. Okay. Step 7 is after gluing the flannel cloth on the body of the container with wood glue. After drying, paint with pillocks to make it look more attractive. And last, ready to use. Okay, that is 3.5 visibility analysis. Number 1 is segmentation. Based on the marketing area, attitudes, and abilities of consumers, which will become the marketing segment of this product, are all colleges and schools in Sumbawa. Number 2, that is a target. Our product marketing target are men and women as educators, students, or students throughout the Sumbawa area, even outside Sumbawa, because that product provides usefulness and task and satisfaction because of its unique quality, quantity of the product, and can follow the tester of consumers. Number 3, that is a position. Based on the advantages processed by this product, such as good quality raw materials, product different in one type, good production process, and can follow the tested of consumers, then the possession of these products, it's a high quality product and will favorite by our product marketing targets. And number 4, that is a marketing mix. On marketing mix, you can see price factor, product factor, promotion factor, and distribution factor. Okay, and then technical and technology aspect, product selection and planning, technology selection, designing the moment of production, ROM, layout, design, quality control, and management aspect, that is planning, organizing. And then you can see aspect of human resource. On aspect of human resource, you can see human resource design and compensation. Okay, 3.6, that is about questionnaire results. On questionnaire results, this is about respondent classification of background eraser product, market response regarding the product concept, that has been designed and decision, innovation, and priority factor. If you want see all about question result, you can look at diagram. Okay, I need a long time if I want to talk all about question results. Okay, that is a 3.7 about correlation tests. First is A, reliability. Now, on reliability, we can see all variable. Okay, on table 3.2, you can see cache processing summary, and on table 3.3 you can see reliability statistic. That is a Ergonomis alpha is 0.881 and N of item is 15. And then on table 3.4 you can see item total statistic. Okay, and then B, that is a validation. Based on your correlation that above, we point out that all of our data are valid. We use a significant value to measure the validity of our data, and all results of a significant value are less than 0.05 expressed as x6. The significance is 0.159, and at x13 with a significant value of 0.15 and x14 with a significant value of 0.11.
Okay, chapter 4, closing. 4.1, conclusion. The design begins with human thinking about the needs that exist, then by making the initial concept of the result of these talks, and then enter the design phase, the development stage, and the product improvement stage. Once refined, it will enter the manufacturing stage and the product distribution stage. The product is a technical object whose existence in the world is the result of an engineering work, which starts from the result of the design, then the manufacture and other related activities. Next, to do product development, namely research on existing product to be developed further in order to have a higher level of usability and preferred by consumer. Based on our analysis of SWOT analysis, feasibility analysis, classification, and product development concept, we get around 90% agree with our product development. 30.8% or respondent decided they would buy our products, and 63.4% decided they may buy our products. In addition, we also tested the correlation and validity of the questionnaire and produced all data whose values were significant, which was smaller than 0.05 except at x6 the significance was 0.129 and at x13 with significant values 0.15 and x 14 with significant values 0 0.12. Well, this shows that there are many opportunities for us to carry out these developments, which certainly takes into account what the respondent or consumer wants. 4.2 Suggestion in product development should be done continuously by each product to avoid saturation from consumers. Therefore, it is expected to always evaluate the product so that the company can develop or innovate the product, which is certainly in accordance with the wants and needs of consumers.